Everybody, got some news.
Followed by... Yes, followed by flashes, blinding flashes.
What's going on?
Sounds of explosions.
Did you hear the news?
We're, trying to get confirmation.
What's
We
happening?
seem to have lost contact with our affiliate stations.
Oh, that is bad news.
We do have coming in. That's,
Oh no.
confirmed reports, I repeat, confirmed reports of nuclear detonations in New York
Oh
and
my god, it's happening.
Pennsylvania.
Oh god.
My God.
Oh god. This is it.
Our soldiers will right.
It's finally happening.
War
Evacuate.
will never changes.
Oh, shit.
No one panic! This is just a drill, right?
Happening fast.
This can't really be happening.
Hell.
Evacuate.
Why are you doing this?
Evacuate.
Oh shit.
I don't know.
Get out of here.
God, to help the red. This is all their fault. No one panic. This is it. Oh god. Get moving. No. No, not doing it. Come on, let's go. Die. Get down.
Evacuate immediately. Evacuate immediately.
That's it.
Excuse me.
So damn hungry.
Excuse me.
We need some water, soon.
Hey,
Need some water real bad.
If this is my life, kill me now.
sweet.
It's your business to know what you're putting in your child's bloated belly. That's why sugar bombs are engineered to please both your child and not damage his or her tender, tender brain.
They taste so amazing. And they'll make you remember everything you read. Quick, absorb that book. Of course, Mother.
Sugar bombs are made with nutrients and stimulants, stimulants and nutrients, weaving taste and performance together in a potent breakfast cocktail that'll provide a day-to-day breakthrough in your child's life.
I can see the future.
Sugar bombs may last up to 12 hours. After that, it's anyone's guess. Buy 2 boxes and get a third half free until supplies last. Cereal has seldom been so crispy, so fresh when it hits your stomach, blasting your brain with 5,000 taste volts of volcanic delight. Sugar bombs are built from the ground up to prime you for lunch.
Yes.
Something. I know it was something. There you are. Last thing you'll ever see. Save a beautiful corpse. Or in your case, just a corpse.
Value is relative, but relatively, what is value? At Fallon's, each price represents our pact with the customer to bring things down to a manageable level of value that also takes luxury into account. Mass production techniques may have brought things up to speed, but it's time-honored, well-worn, oak and varnish tradition that really keeps things classic. Ah, that's progress.
Nice.
You've thrilled to the Silver Shroud, shivered at the adventures of the Single Man, wondered at where Mr. Wallace science would take progress tomorrow. Now, next week, an exciting new series begins, chronicling one man's journey into the mind of a communist.
It's true.
I've shrunk myself down with my atomic relay and managed to pass through space on a molecular level. Deep under the earth, I've built my fortress, an impregnable fortress that cannot be reached by normal means. I call it the University. While down there I have plotted, I have planned, I have experimented, I implanted a control chip on the brains of each of my servants that allows them to pass through, as it were, to travel between worlds.
No, on their brains?
Yes, on their brains. I've learned so much about what it means to be a communist. An astounding revelation of man's cruelty next week on The Brain of Dr. Darius Destardo.
Perfect.
What the?
Well, well, aren't you the overachiever? I've been admiring your handiwork. We all have.
You put on a good show. Maybe you're not useless after all.
Our new friend surely has some questions. Perhaps we should introduce ourselves.
Name's Murphy. Head upstairs to the top floor. I've got a proposition for you.
And don't worry, we'll play nice this time. Hey. Hey there.
Now's not a good time. Let's chat later.
Hey. Hey. Hey there.
I've got all sorts of toys for all types of killing.
I might be interested in buying or selling.
Used clothing here. Don't worry about the bloodstains. They're free.
I'm good for now. Thanks.
Okay.
Hi.
Gotta admit, I'm impressed. Stella here tells me this was all her little ruse. No hard feelings, huh?
Is this how you treat everyone? Or are you just putting on the charm for me?
And a sense of humor, too. I like it. Sorry for any misunderstanding. We're a shoot first, ask questions later kind of place. Never can be too careful with looters breaking and entering these days.
Don't misunderstand. We're not criticizing you. Those were fair kills. You didn't know who we were, and we didn't know you from a random looter. Thankfully, Stella fessed up.
Hey, I was just trying to have a little fun. How was I supposed to know they weren't a common criminal?
Yeah, we're all friends now. Let's skip to the part where you help me.
That's rather presumptuous. After taking out 2 of our crew, I wasn't under the impression we owed you anything.
Well, that all depends. What kind of help are you looking for?
Hold on, I have some questions first.
All right, humor me. What do you want to know?
So what do you do here?
After what you've seen, you really need me to spell it out? We're slave traders, not gonna sugarcoat it. We deal in raiders, mostly. Capturing them, and once their spirit is broken, selling them to slave owners up and down the eastern seaboard. A few miscreants we let work for us if they show promise, but the main goal is to ship these degenerates outside the Commonwealth.
What can you tell me about the child?
Stella hasn't had it easy. Her dad was never in the picture, and her mom raised her at University Point most of her life, until the Institute torched the place. I met Stella and her mom Judy after they fled to Quincy in 2285, helped them build a life for themselves there. And then the Quincy Massacre happened.
What was the Quincy Massacre?
We can get into that some other time. Let's just say that life's greatest dangers often come not from external enemies, but from our supposed friends, who pretend to work for the common cause while scheming to sabotage it. When the Minutemen betrayed Quincy, most of the residents ended up slaughtered by the gunners, Judy included. I managed to get Stella out, and we made our way north to Concord.
And that traitor Preston followed us here. I'm telling you, he was working with Clint the whole time. And now he's right down the street. And you still won't do anything about it.
We've been over this, Stella. Innocent until proven guilty. You want me to focus on keeping this place safe from the gunners? Or waste time dealing with the loudmouth fool in the silly hat?
Both. I want justice for what they did to my mom.
And like I explained, you'll get it, if you have patience. Garvey will get what's coming to him eventually. But for now... Wait, hold up. You hear that?
the hard way, huh?
So far, so good. Hi. Hey, thanks for your help. Didn't expect help from a stranger. I don't know what would have happened if you hadn't been here.
Hey, it was fun.
If that's what you call fun, I'm glad you're on our side.
Looks like it was your lucky day.
You can say that again. I guess it could have been a lot worse. Anyway, we appreciate the help.
I was hoping for a chance to rescue some more helpless villagers.
Don't make me laugh.
Sorry we got off on the wrong foot. Not looking to cause any trouble. You aren't afraid the Gunners will retaliate?
It's gonna get worse. Way worse. Gunners never back down that quickly. They'll attack anyone they think is too weak to defend themselves. There's nothing left they're afraid of. The only way things will get better is if we stand together.
More than happy to stick it to the Gunners. We need a way to bring the fight to them.
I think with some work we can make a go of it. We're gonna try, at least. We could really use your help.
You interested in traveling together?
Now there's a question I don't get every day. You know what? I'm gonna take a chance on you. Lead the way.
Looking to take someone out? Got all sorts of goodies that ought to do the trick.
That was all.
Suit yourself.
Well, hello.
Hey there.
I was afraid those guys might show up. Thanks for your help. You alright?
That was interesting.
It's complicated. What do you know about the Gunners?
Gunners are just raiders with better armor.
It's a little more than just better armor, but I like your spirit. No one's really sure where the Gunners started out, but something changed about 8 or 9 years ago. Out of nowhere, they started sporting plasma weapons, advanced combat gear, and even vertibirds. Doesn't make any sense. Where did they get all that stuff from?
That's a good question. I guess I don't know.
People bitch about the Institute, but look at what's really been going on. Quincy, GNN, Mass Bay Medical, Mass Fusion, 2 vaults, and all the major freeways. It's the Gunners, not the Institute, who've been gaining the most ground in the Commonwealth.
How much of a threat are they?
No one invests the resources to capture those strategic locations without a larger agenda. Someone's behind it. We're just not sure who or what. At this point, there's not much to keep the Gunners from taking Goodneighbor, Diamond City, or the towns up north.
Is there a reason that you're bringing this up?
You mean besides the fact that we just got ambushed here in Concord? There needs to be a group to stand up to these assholes. Someone strong, organized, and local. And I'm not talking about the Minutemen. I mean someone with real stones.
So, what did you have in mind? I'm gonna need some more in the way of details.
Ultimately, you gotta ask yourself who you want protecting things. A bunch of Muppets who can't defend what's theirs, or hardened killers who can handle themselves.
I hadn't thought of it that way.
Uncertainty is sometimes better than an overt threat. If you build a reputation for being a little crazy, your opponents are never sure what messing with you will cost. So, they tend to avoid finding out.
Settlers can't instill that kind of fear. Whether it's against raiders, synths, mercs, super mutants, or even mole rats. They've proven time and again that they're incapable of deterring threats to their property over the long term. The Minutemen worked for a while, but they ended up self-destructing.
What happened to the Minutemen?
Depends who you ask. The challenge with running a militia is that volunteers inevitably have their own agendas. For a coalition to last, there needs to be a chain of command where members don't feel too constrained by your influence.
But still fear you enough to follow your lead.
Maintaining morale requires convincing soldiers to think less about themselves and more about the group. Involve them in a cause, a crusade against a hated enemy, and make them see their survival as tied to the success of the militia as a whole.
Of course, it's easier said than done.
Somewhere along the way, we lost that sense of common purpose. Infighting took over, and the militia gradually splintered into different groups. Some became raiders or joined the Gunners. Others just disappeared. Quincy was the final blow, and now we're back at square one.
Jesus, what a mouthful. What's the plan again?
Whether it's the Gunners, the Institute, or who knows what other groups are out there, they're too powerful to take on directly. So we've got to use our weaknesses as strengths.
If your enemy is big and you're small, then by extension, you're fast and they're slow. You're hidden and they're exposed.
So we break our forces into independent cells who can operate elusively and autonomously, fighting only the battles we know we can win, capturing the enemy's weapons and gear along the way.
And using those tools against them in the next encounter. That way, the enemy is supplying us, and we grow stronger as they grow weaker.
Makes sense, I suppose. What's our next move?
The Gunners are calculated and cautious. It's gonna take them a while to figure out what just happened, which provides us an opening. The critical elements in any campaign are speed and adaptability, making decisions faster than the enemy can.
Striking first, before the gunners have time to assess and formulate a response, may throw them off balance. Their nearest outpost is up on the freeway, southeast of Walden Pond. That's likely where the attack came from. The freeway wasn't particularly well guarded to begin with. Probably even less so after the raid.
I want you to head over there, take out their remaining guards, and steal their weapons, so we can fortify our presence here in Concord. Prove to me you can handle that task, and I'll have a larger project for you when you return.
And if you want bonus points, there's rumor of a raider's stash over by Corvega. We'll mark the location on your map.
Hey.
Get lost.
Should take care of it. Just make sure to keep an eye on it. And come see me if it doesn't get any better in a few days.
Thanks, Doc. You're a lifesaver.
Good. Bye.
Hey.
The Doc's the best, isn't she?
You're mine now.
Come on out. I'll make it nice and quick. You can trust me.
seeing things.
When you turn up, end of the line. Playing games with me, huh? Oh, shit. Fuck was that?
Someone's out there.
Got your back. Move!
Glad that's over.
Honest work.
Excuse me.
Wasn't sure you were gonna make it back in one piece. Any trouble out there?
It was a walk in the park.
That's what I like to hear. Here, got you a little something for the trouble. Let me know when you're ready for the next job.
Any news on your side?
Just been cleaning things up here from the raid. Speaking of which, if you want to lend a hand, feel free to use the workshops around here. There's one on the first floor and also a second one in the bunker. Have a look around and make yourself comfortable.
Hey.
Hi, how are you?
Anything new?
Never ceases to impress me when I see one of those old robots still running.
Hey, got any gear for sale?
If you're looking for armor, I may have something you can use.
Nothing else for now.
Well, I'd better get back to it.
Looking to take someone out? Got all sorts of goodies that ought to do the trick.
What are you thinking about?
We'll be hard-pressed if trouble shows up until we get some more defenses around here.
What have you got for sale?
Here's what I've got.
I'm good for now. Thanks.
Okay.
Hi. You seem different from most of the people here. Why is that? How did you end up here? Come on. Tell me the whole story. Who were you before all this? So what are you gonna do now? Don't you think it's time you ditched that mask? What are you hiding? Have you seen yourself? I don't think it's a hard mistake to make. Why is this such a big deal to you? Hey, no pressure, right? Hey, pal.
Hey there.
Hey.
Hello again.
Your thoughts?
I thought about becoming a raider, but I decided I preferred clean clothes and fresher food.
Got any work?
As a matter of fact, I do. Last month, we captured a raider named Chewie O'Doyle. I believe you met Chewie, or what's left of him, when you first arrived here. Things didn't work out so well for our raider friend. But before he passed, he provided us with an intriguing recipe. I assume you're familiar with a chem called Jet.
Of course. How could you not love it?
There's about a dozen primary dealers who work the Commonwealth peddling it. They all sell the same base product, but mix it differently and put their own labels on it. There's Scudder's Red Devil, Tito's Venom, and Bedlam's Zelax, to name a few. But Chewie discovered a game changer. By combining standard Jet with a synthetic stimulant, he was able to create a more potent version. Time Bomb, he called it. Silly name, but a powerful high, or so I'm told. So effective it practically sells itself.
So, what's the problem?
In a word, supply. The synthetics used to make the drug are hard to come by in the Commonwealth. Chewie acquired his stash from a traveling merchant, who obtained their supply from a local vault. Vault 81.
What exactly is the plan?
Once you're inside, things get a bit tricky. I need you to find someone with access to their stimulant supply, and convince them to become our inside connection.
How do I infiltrate them?
If I knew that, I wouldn't need you, now would I? Once you've gained access to Vault 81, ask around for gossip. See what dirt you can find. Blackmail is often the quickest way to bring an asset in line.
I'll give it a try.
Check back with me once you've got something we can use.
Excuse me.
Same shit, different day.
What's on your mind?
Life's too short for bullshit. Gotta party like it's your last day every day.
So, what kinds of weapons do you have?
This is what I got.
I'm good for now. Thanks.
I'll get back to picking my teeth then. I've got all sorts of toys for all types of killing.
Any news going around?
A little help with repairs never hurt anyone. We aren't exactly stellar mechanics.
I might be interested in buying or selling.
Used clothing here. Don't worry about the bloodstains. They're free.
I'm good for now. Thanks.
Okay.
Hey.
Need a drink?
How are you doing?
Fine. Good, I guess.
What have you got for sale?
If I don't have it, you don't need it.
That was all.
Fine.
Hi.
Name's Holly. It's nice to meet ya. You interested in having a little fun?
Does it involve a back room and a handful of singles?
Not where I was headed with that, but I can see how you might have interpreted that way. So, let me ask you something. You ever read comic books?
Why does it matter?
Old comics are my absolute favorite. I think they cater to human aspiration. Distilling our best and worst human qualities and pitting them against each other in an entertaining conflict. The best ones show us pieces of ourselves in all the different heroes. And besides, superheroes are wicked cool.
Couldn't agree more.
I grew up in an old print shop where they had a stash of undelivered comics. All sorts of great characters, but my favorite was Harley Quinn. I first noticed Harley's comic because she had the same first name as me. But as I read more of her stories, it felt like we had a real connection.
Why do you say that?
Holly was a good person who got drawn into a dark lifestyle because she tried to fix someone she loved. Most girls can relate trying to change a guy who's never gonna change.
There's something intense and passionate about being with someone who pulls you back in each time they hurt you. No matter how powerful and strong you are as a person, sometimes you lose control. Your obsession keeps you holding on for the crazy ride, lusting after the highs and waiting out the lows.
No idea what you're talking about.
All I'm saying is that sometimes us girls can get a little, overzealous. When we put our minds to it, we're way more devious, scheming, and vindictive than our male counterparts could ever be. And Harley Quinn is the epitome of that. She's an out-and-out crazy bitch. There's something you just want to applaud about a character so unashamed of a utterly disastrous mentality. She knows she's crazy, but she wholeheartedly embraces it and makes it work. She's a no-fucks-given, hot-pants-wearing middle finger to the rest of the world. Plus, she's fun, and who doesn't like a bit of fun?
Where are you going with all this?
I wanted to be just like Harley growing up, and part of that never went away. Lately, I've been trying to track down some of her gear. I found an old article in the Fallon's archives saying that before the war, Harley Quinn outfits were some of the most popular costumes for Halloween. I want to find one, and I think I know where to look.
So, give me the details.
There was an old clothing store called Hot Topic down at the Monsinger Plaza. Legend is they were in the business of selling overpriced merchandise to teens who wanted a gothic or punk look. And if the Harley Quinn costume was as popular as I'm reading, maybe they've got an extra outfit or two lying around.
So, where do I come in?
I don't care much for traveling down to that area without backup. Place is crawling with raiders. And everyone else here thinks that chasing after an old costume is a waste of time. But you, I've got a feeling you might be different. So, what do you think? Will you come with me?
If that's what floats your boat?
All right then, we'll head out when you're ready. If Hot Topic doesn't have it, I know a couple other places we can look.
Hey there.
Hey.
Can I ask you something?
What's on your mind?
What have you got for sale?
Take a look.
Nothing else for now.
I feel ya.
Hey there.
If you're ready to get started on the next phase, let me explain.
Yeah, sure. Why not?
I got a pal and good neighbor. Goes by the name Hancock. After what happened at University Point in Quincy, he's got some concerns about the next shoe to drop in downtown Boston.
What do you mean?
Every urban area has pressure points, centers of gravity that hold a region's economy together. Take out the pressure points, and it inflicts a disproportionate amount of economic pain. Trade suffers, supply chains stop moving, and eventually people start going hungry. The fabric of society starts to crumble. The Institute knows this, so do the Gunners. It's not hard to guess what their next targets might be.
Is Diamond City really in danger? It's not like there's raiders pounding on the gate.
Maybe not raiders, but they got super mutant hordes right around the corner. And synths have infiltrated their local government. But I'm getting ahead of myself. Diamond City isn't the settlement most in danger of falling. Good Neighbor is.
Why do you say that?
You mean besides the elevated sniper perches surrounding the town? and the relative ease of blockading the entrance so no food or supplies can get in or out?
Yeah. Obviously.
It's like this. If your settlement is poor, you can't afford adequate security. If your security stinks, your enemies eventually take notice, and sooner or later, they'll either demand tribute or conquer you.
So, if you want your city not to get pillaged, you need a functional economy. It's hard to pull off when your clientele is primarily low-end chem addicts and drifters. There's no real money in catering to riffraff like that. For Good Neighbor to survive, it needs to attract a higher class of clientele.
So what's the solution?
Bottom line, Hancock wants to clean up Good Neighbor. Starting with the chem dealers selling drugs to kids, the thugs harassing visitors for protection money, the back alley murders, the gang activity, and the never-ending stream of aspiring scam artists. He wants all of them gone. Not detained, not bargained with, just gone.
Makes sense to get rid of the trash. What's the catch?
As mayor, he can't be officially connected to ordering hits on his constituency. So, he's contracted out certain jobs on the down low to a few people he trusts. That's where you come in.
I need some details here. I have no idea what I'm getting into.
There's 3 jobs I want you to start with. First job is to entrap an old ghoul who's been trying to rip off Hancock. Second one is to eliminate a Triggerman gang infesting the town's warehouses. And a third task is to take out a few miscreants plaguing the local economy. You can do the jobs in any order you want. I've written down all the details on this holotape, including the local contacts to get started. Once the jobs are complete, cross them off your list and we'll move on to the next phase.